Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to today's live stream. Today we are going to be talking about holding the space for grief, And it's such a beautiful exploration. And it's not our first time as a community for us to go through and talk about grief and mourning and death and loss and a lot of other things that are associated with grief and mourning and sadness. It's all an expression of our emotional body. So hello to everybody as you all come into the virtual room. Are you ready to explore? Is there anything that anybody has on their mind? Holding the space for grief is really bottom line. I always get to the bottom line right from the beginning because the joy is in the exploration of everybody's expression of it. But at the end of the day, what we know is life, and we know death. Monica, hi Manal, happy to be here. This will be a tough for me today, this session. My husband passed away 3 years ago. I remember this, Monica, and we'll just do it with just love and compassion and grace. And that really is the essence of today. What we know, what is clear on this human life journey is that there's life and there's death. And hello, Jessie, to you. And last week, I really enjoyed when we did our exploration, and near the end, when we were talking about it was letting go of traumatic experiences. And at the end, one point, it was like, oh, it was TJ, we have to have faith. Because there's so much in this human experience, this human journey, this human expression that is truly unknown. We can have beliefs, and their beliefs and their knowings, By the way, your sound quality is muffled, says Jessie. Says Manal. Says Manal. Let me see if this is better. Is this better? Volume is low. Hi, Cecilia. Same. Let me see. I see the hearts going. This isn't working. Okay, hold on. Let's try again. Yes, low volume. Okay, let's try this. Da, 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 da. How's this? I hear you well, Jen says. Okay, you'll have to yell this live. Okay, how's this? Is this better? Is this better? A bit better. Are we better now? How is this now? A tad better, sort of. They don't really have the option of ending and getting back in. If we did, that's what I would do, because I feel like it's probably a system issue, not a Manal technology issue, because I'm using the same devices and everything that I use. Is this not muffled here, says Andrea. I feel like, okay, Monica and Jessie, fine here. I think Monica, it was like this a few lives ago, Cecilia. I cranked up my volume, but not ideal. Okay, I think Monica and Jessie, see if you can get out and come back in. I think it's something that's going on with the lives, and I won't really talk much until we get there, until we get here. I hate that there's technical issues because I was starting to really get alive with this whole life and death thing. But let's just shoot the breeze until Monica comes back. Monica, let us know when you come back. Hi, Manal. I thought I was going to be here for this, but I have an appointment at 1 o'clock. I really wanted to attend. Gary, we really wanted you to attend. I'm hoping you're well. Let me know. I communicated with you in the circle. Andrea says, hi, Gary, too. Fantastic. Okay, we're waiting for Jessie and Monica to come back. And I just want to talk about life and death. I went out and back in, but still muted. Okay, Jessie, turn it up from your end. Let me know if there's more issues on other people's ends, too. I'll try getting out and back into Cecilia as well. I don't like this. I want this to be a perfect experience on all levels. Out and back in and still the same. I learned from last time, Monica, that it's not me. Turn off your device and be back in. That's JG, not to me. That's to the participants. Is there anything I can do? Let me see these settings. You are perfect, says Andrea. Hi, Andrea. I'm going to try something like this. Tell me, can you all hear now? Did that make a difference? Did that make a difference? Literally hear them turn the volume up on their end. Literally hear them. Did this make a difference, what I just did? Can hear you. So it didn't make a difference. No difference. I don't really think it's my end is the conclusion that I had last time as well. Even though I felt really bad, I don't think it's my end that can do anything that can impact what you're hearing, Monica. Can you hear me? Can you crank it up or put on earbuds or listen from your iPhone? Can you see if another device will allow you to have a better audio experience? Monica, I had this experience with another teacher and I was able to. I can hear you from New Zealand on my phone with no internet. Valerie, I had my volume on 100% and you. Yes, I would try another device. It's fine that way. Okay. Okay. I put my earbuds in and it's worse. Monica, can you try another device? Or come in as a guest, not as Monica. See if there's a way that you could just come in as something else rather than you, and see if it has something to do with you. Gary, I really do miss all of you. I can stay for a little while. I hear you well. Fantastic. Fantastic. Then we want Monica to Monica, maybe just log out as Monica and come in as a guest and see if it has something to do with your account, because it was you last time. Monica says, hi, Gary. Fantastic. I'm really ready to talk about life and death, and it's so close to what we were talking about. Jumped on my computer. Jesse says, fantastic. Jumped on my computer and better. Fantastic. Some noise with earbuds, says Angel. We've missed you, Gary. Yes, we have missed you. Okay. Are we ready? Monica, I don't know if you're back or not. Okay. Life and death. Life and death. We know this about our human journey. And it's our desire to control what we can't control that is a significant part of the, I'm going to say the word, heartache, the resistance, the tension, the mental resistance, the egoic resistance that we are experiencing. I see the hearts. I see that resonating from the beginning. Let's get triggered. Let's get focused. It's because we do not know when life will come and when life will end. And that desire or that feeling of out of control or trying to control ends up creating a significant amount of resistance. Does this resonate? Let me ask everybody, does it resonate? And let's go straight to it. What is the resistance that's created by knowing that we don't know when we're going to die? And we don't know when life will come. I mean, sometimes it's on the other end. We talk about death and mourning grief, but a lot of people want to have babies or are worried about their babies growing up, or there's a lot of things about bringing life into this human experience that has a lot of resistance too. So it's not just the death part, it's also the life part that carries a lot of resistance. People wanting a baby, and when they want a baby, they want it now, and the 9 month of fear and whether the baby will come out healthy and when there are, so it's on both sides. Andrea said, watched a great series on Netflix called Tales by Light, had a death section, great series. Okay, I'll look into it. So how do we, if we're willing to recognize that there is resistance with respect to loss of life, to life and death, let's bring it all out. What is that resistance? What is that resistance on the different levels? How does it feel? Where is it? What are the thoughts? What are the beliefs? What are the feelings? How is it impacting the life that you're living? Let's bring out and talk together what that resistance, the flavor of that type of resistance is. Okay, so one of them is control. I need a control. Monica, I'm a guest now. It's Monica. It's the same. Monica, you're not. You're actually still Monica because it still has you and your husband and your beautiful wedding picture. You're still beautiful. It says I'm a guest now, and it still says Monica. We're logged in. Andrea, the thought is, oh no, I have not finished yet. Yes, Andrea, not getting it all done. I do not have time to get it all done. Valerie, I'm afraid to die unhappy, I guess. So that we're never going to get, it's almost like what Andrea's saying, Valerie. It's, I'm never going to get this done. I'm never going to get it right. I'm not going to be able to figure it out. Monica's laughing. I'm not going to figure it out that, yes, I'm never going to figure out this happiness. One of the unconditional three is love, happiness, joy, bliss. I'm never going to find that happiness. Never going to find that happiness. Am I going to figure out this human thing? Will I be able to figure it out? Beautiful. What are other expressions? What are other fears? Illness. All physical ailments have to do with life and death. Everything physical. Everything physical. Every illness. Every autoimmune. Every disease. Every physical pain and breakage and suffering is an expression of the fear of death and the end of life as we know it and our freedom. Andrea, my oldest daughter just got diagnosed with aggressive breast cancer and I'm gutted. I don't want my child to die before me. Andrea, beautiful. And I feel that I don't want my child to die before me. I want those younger than me and we want to have a long, full, happy life. I want to be alive as my children because this is the natural. This is natural. The natural expression that we feel of life. It's not natural for young children to die before we do. Andrea got goosebumps on that one. And yes, it's not fair. Life should be a certain way. So this is a bit of the control aspect in there. And Valerie, yes, it's about freedom. The opposite of control is freedom, and freedom is control. So our sense of freedom is questioned when we are not sure of life and death. Are we free? Are we free? If I don't know when life will come and when death will come, life will end, is it really free? And that's why control and freedom are so closely interlocked. And then the question is, what is freedom? What is freedom? What is freedom? I think we really need to look into that. What is the expression of freedom? Jesse, thou knowest, thou know 'tis common, all that lives must die, passing through nature to eternity. Shakespeare. So is that freedom? That we know that we're going to live and die and that we're going to pass through to eternity, and there's an eternal story that's our soul story. When I think about my soul story being eternal, it makes me feel very good. It makes me feel very free. When I think about my physical journey as being finite, life and death, it feels very unfree and brings in a lot of fear because it's over. It's just over. So what is freedom? And what expression and thoughts allow you to embrace a higher degree of freedom? Manal, through the course, I've been thinking about control and trust. Valerie, fantastic. And Valerie's referring to the my Mattain, Attain the Life That You Desire course. And Valerie, what are your thoughts about control and trust? And there's a big discovery or exploration of that relationship, because ultimately control and trust are very closely coupled together, because you control what you don't trust, and if you can trust, you don't have to control. So ultimately you want to lean into trust, because we can't control life and death. So if you can't control it, what do? You trust. You can't trust. Freedom is trust. Oh, freedom is trust. To trust is freedom. To trust what I know and I don't know. TJ said last week, faith. Because I said, oh, what happened before Manal? What about Manal's genetic material that makes me have experiences that are unknown to me? What about then I was laughing later on during walks, and I was thinking, you know how we say BC before Christ and AD after death? I was thinking about like BM before Manal and AM after Manal. Like, what are those vibrational stories, and what's the world and life and my children and people connected to me meant to grow and learn. And what is it that we don't know because we think that we know everything based on this finite life that we're living. But there's an eternal, just like Jesse's saying about Shakespeare, there's this eternity. There's this soul that lives and goes on. Perhaps it makes me feel good to think about that there's more. What makes you feel good? What makes you feel good? Gary, Manal, for some reason I've been thinking into my dad's death, probably for the first time. He was my best friend, but we fought horribly the morning he died. I knew he's not feeling well, and I could have done so much more to help him. But at that time of my life, I was just darn selfish to see. Gary, and when you think about him, what are you thinking now? Because I can see as the human Gary that there's a lot of regret and a lot of pain not being with your dad. But from a wider lens and from a wider story, what do you feel and how do you get there? Because there's a lot in there, Gary. There's so much in there. Valerie, it's just really stuck with me because I try to control a lot, but I desire trust, so it's interesting to me. Fantastic. And everybody knows, first step is awareness. So who controls life? Who is in control? Andrea, Gary, I think your dad loved you beyond measure. I know this is true. And there's control in there too in that story. Let's talk about control, okay? Let's move to control. Who controls life? Who controls you? Andrea says God. So Andrea's into God right away. Fantastic. So God, who's in control? Who's in control? What's your relationship with control? What do you try to control? How do you try to control life? It's a big question. Who tries to control the clock, the calendar, the seasons, the schedule, other people? What are we trying to control external to us? There's a big hint in there. Who is trying to control what your partner says, what your family does? Andrea, you can't. You can't. Okay, Andrea, then this is the question. Who has the perception that they can control things outside of them? Who tries to, like Gary, part of your story is this judgment on yourself for not acting in a particular way the day that your dad died. But if your dad hadn't died that day, it would have been just a normal dispute where you pulled away and created a boundary because you were sad. And that's okay. And then you came back in the evening and got together and life just went on. It's because there's an external event that occurred that made it feel more amplified and more regret than a behavior that might have been normally okay. So in there, there's a desire to control the circumstances, to work with me. Do we see how our mind is controlling the thesis and the stories? So control. So being out of control is the same symptom of feeling of that of control. So the alcohol, the drugs, the speed, a lot of the things that we do, that is a symptom of trying to control because we feel out of control and we perpetuate that feeling of out of control. So can everybody see how whether you're out of control or over controlling, it's the same symptom, the fear of death? Cecilia, I tend to do that. Control what others, my kids' choices. Fantastic, Cecilia. And Cecilia, what's the fear? What is your fear in there? Valerie, yes, I try to. I also feel that it's expected to be in control in society. You see it everywhere, but I desire more trust. Fantastic. So let's just define together what control is. So we do a lot of definitions. Let's define freedom. Let's control trust. Let's define trust. Let's define control. So control, freedom, and trust. Let's define them together. Andrea, because peace wasn't made, we feel we didn't tell them how much we care and love them. And Andrea, I do agree with you in the essences. Words don't matter. It's the vibration. So Gary, that Andrea led me to this wonderful about what you were thinking about with your father. How about if you recognize that more than what happened, your dad is connected to the vibrational truth. And he feels your love and your intention and your care and your regret, which he doesn't want to feel because he knows that none of it's personal. It's all part of the human journey. What if you can recognize that your dad actually still connected to you and has a vibrational connection to truth? What would you want your dad to know, Gary? What do you think your vibrational story is towards your dad that he is connected and knows the truth of? That's beautiful, Andrea. I'm glad that you led me there. That ultimately it's the care and the love and the calibration towards truth and the intention to do the best and he wants to feel that unconditional love and your alignment and your desire to grow and to expand. What are the vibrational stories that you think that your dad wants to connect with? Valerie, I feel like control is more rational. Trust feels more intuitive. So control is from the mind. The mind is trying to figure out, calculate, analyze, process, logic, control. It is mental. So the control is the mental body's expression of rationalizing life. Trust is on the egoic level. Trust is here. It's the egoic body, just connection. When I asked the question is who's in control, Andrea said God, universe, vibration, love, truth, freedom, worthiness. So trust is the egoic's body's resistance free. Freedom is resistant free. Control is resistance on the mental body. Does that feel good? And does that let you know that when you're trying to control, it's the mental body that's having some sort of resistance, and the resistance is to the fear of death, which is resistance on the egoic level? How does that feel? Andrea, my best friend died. I see the heart, so it's resonating. Andrea, my best friend died while we had a fight. Since then, I try to have harmony with people I care about. Andrea, I think it is beautiful that, and when Gary sort of shared his story about his dad, it is one of these are the type of stories that create the intention of recognizing that resistance fights on the physical level, it's just not worth it. And it just allows you to recognize that these are all just stories, and what matters at the end of the day is the peace, the love, the harmony, the care, the intention of not allowing these like human moments personalize our life journey, but we let them go and we just allow them to say, how do I grow and expand from it? How do I not hold on to it? Because if something changes, I want to feel in, how do you want to feel? In integrity, in alignment, in care and compassion. What, Andrea and everybody, what is that feeling? What is that desire that motivates you to reconcile? Not let the last moment define years of joy and love. Beautiful. So calibrate to joy and love. Calibrate to care, to compassion, to love, to pure intentions, to understanding, to allowing, to care. I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. So today we're talking about honoring the grieving and holding the space for grief. And we haven't really gone there yet, but we are even before that. It's like, how do we honor our life's path to minimize resistance so we can maximize joy? Minimize taking things personally so we can maximize the love? Yes? No? Jesse, you are limited in controlling all aspects of life. If one believes you can control all external and internal circumstances, it will lead to anxiety. Okay, Jesse, fantastic. So why will the control lead to anxiety? Why does the control lead to anxiety? So anxiety is a fear of something that's unknown, and it's expression in all four bodies. Your physical body, your emotional body is feeling or suppressing fear, and there's a lot of tightness, and your mental body is trying to control things. We just talked about that. Your egoic body is feeling out of control. I just use control in a lot of different ways, but anxiety is a egoic body, all four bodies are expressing resistance. So why is controlling leading to anxiety? Why? Why? Honoring ourselves and know that control just leads to anger, anxiety, and disappointment. Why does control lead to anger, anxiety, and disappointment? This is my question. Control feels like I can't breathe. What else? What else? Fantastic, Valerie. Expectation. There's an expectation. Pressure. There's a lot of pressure. How about perfectionism comes to night? Fantastic, because you can't guarantee the outcome. Yes, it's because it's an illusion. There's no resolution in controlling death. It's an illusion. So I am creating an illusion and trying to force external aspects to conform, and we have no ability to truly allow the external to conform. So how do we get a sense of comfort if we can't control the external? And today we get to this piece that we recognize, ooh, I'm trying to control external aspects. What is it that we can control? And I put the word control in quotes. What is it that we can control? What can we control? So if I'm controlling, or an A personality, which I am, what is it that I can control? How can I be empowered? How can I feel life that I'm leading it? Gary says, gotta go, but I'll be back. We'll miss you, Gary. Fantastic. How do we feel empowered? We can control our emotions. Andrea, I see you laughing and giggling and winking on that one. We can control our emotions, which is today, it's called, what is it? Holding the space for grief. So we can control our emotions, says Andrea, with a wink, wink, nod, nod. And ultimately, we can allow, I'm going to change it to allow our emotions. Valerie, I've also been thinking about this, Manal, and in one of your talks you mentioned acceptance, alignment, and some other things. Awareness, I think. Fantastic. So we can control, beautiful, Valerie says, we control acceptance. So when Andrea says we can control our emotions, nod, nod, wink, wink, how about allowing and honoring our expressions? It's so interesting in all of these lives and all of the coaching and all of the connections that I do, that most of the resistance that I see everybody's holding is resistance to resistance to resistance. It's not even the resistance. It's the resistance to, like Cecilia's saying, accepting our feelings. It's the resistance to recognizing how I'm feeling. It's the judgment, like Gary is holding on to judgment about himself. It's that type of resistance. Most of the time when I'm doing direct coaching, the hardest resistance to crack isn't what we're actually feeling, because that's the easiest to allow. It's all of these layers that's not even allowing us and enabling us to accept, to align, and to allow whatever we want to feel. So what we want to, and that fear of death that we're talking about today, and is one of the resistance that we're not aware of, that becomes a resistance to resistance to resistance to resistance. Are you with me on that? Let me know if you're all with me on that. Jesse, with urgency in every moment, even in the time it takes to draw one breath, not being diligent every moment, it's called negligence by the Buddha. With urgency in every moment. Jesse, is it a question about control? With urgency in every moment, even the time it takes to draw one breath. Not being diligent every moment, it's called negligence by the Buddha. Yes, that's what you can control. Okay, Jesse, I'm going to read that again. Okay, and I'm going to act it with urgency in every moment. My interpretation of that is being present. There's such an amazing infinite connection to truth while being present in the moment. And Buddha is using the term urgency to amplify the importance of being focused on being in the moment. So we can control with urgency of being in the moment. So everybody take a few breaths and just really enjoy this moment. And we're flirting with the word control. And today, collectively, my intention, even that just came now, is whether or not the word control is the right word. And see, while we're present in this moment, if you can taste control. Feel what the energy is to connect with the now. See if you can taste control, or as a community, if we want to shift the concept of control to allowing. So take another deep breath. So Jessie goes on with urgency in every moment, even the time it takes to draw one breath. So let's draw another breath. And release. And see what we'll release. If you can release control of external, everything we tried to control, the time, ourselves, other people, weather, how people perceive us, our bodies. And then let's take another deep breath in and invite allowing. Not being diligent every moment is called negligence by the Buddha. Beautiful, Jessie, beautiful. So what did everybody become aware of with that control? Andrea, when grief gets too much, the floodgates burst. So Andrea, let's start to allow it. That means that there's resistance to grief. So we're going to keep exploring today. Today, interesting, the word that keeps coming is allowing. Holding the space for grief is allowing. Today, our word of the day is allowing. Cecilia says accepting our feelings, accepting. We can control how we take care of ourselves. Valerie, fantastic. And then we're going to go back to that allowing. We can allow how it's internal, how we feel, how we calibrate, how we accept, how we love. Jessie, Buddhists refer to this as the practice of pamanda. Beautiful, beautiful. So did everybody at Buddha, Andrea says, yes, allowing our feelings a platform. Fantastic. So did everybody connect with control? Did everybody connect with control? Did you feel control? And is control the right word for you? Let's figure out whether or not the word control is a word that you should be using or shouldn't be using. It depends on how you define it. Can someone look up control and put it in? I feel like control does not work. Andrea, me too. Jen, mindful. Mindful, very good. So maybe today, one of the first things we'll do is recognize that control, I always like to say control is an illusion. It's an illusion. Because really we're trying to control all that we don't. We can, one of my favorite terms is inspired action. Because I know we do need to do and we act, but it comes from inspiration. It comes from knowing. It comes from connection with a desire for higher. Andrea, maybe awareness, allowing, awareness. So this is the question. Who wants to let go of the illusion of control? Who recognizes now that control is an illusion? Appreciation of what is, beautiful. Jen, beautiful. Valerie, the power of influence or direct people's behavior or the course of events. So the power to influence, this is the definition of control, or direct people's behavior or the course of events. So the power to influence. We can talk about whether influence is good or not. Personally, I like to inspire because influence feels like it's too physical or too efforting. But what I want to do is inspire people. How do I inspire them? With words and with actions and with love and with beauty and with celebration. Andrea, I like to support. I like to amplify. Amplify is a good one. Valerie says influence feels force. Fantastic. So the power to influence or direct people's behavior or the course of events. So who can control people's behavior or the course of events? Illusion, 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 illusion. So me. Andrea saying me, to who wants to let go of control and the illusion of control. Jessie, the golden rule for me is breathing into acceptance as a constant practice. Fantastic. Let's do this again. Jessie, you're guiding us into your practices. Let's take a deep breath in. And let's first let go of the illusion of control, because I think we're all calibrating to that. So just let it go. Take another deep breath in. And just take a snapshot, not really a snapshot, more like a movie of all the times in your past where you felt like you needed to control or felt out of control. Just sort of see your life as a movie reel and just look and just breathe out all of the vibrational expressions of control or fear. Take another deep breath in and let go of all the illusion of control. And again, if you want to look through your movie and reel it through your life as a movie and just let it go, all the times that you tried to control outcome, other people, influence. And now, like Jessie is offering, breathing into acceptance. Let's take a deep breath in of acceptance of what is as is. Breathe out, resistance. Take a deep breath in of holding the space for allowing for what is as is. And we can't accept without trusting. So let's take a deep breath in of trust. And I'm going to read the next comments, and I want to ask everybody again, what is it that you trust? So let's go to trusting. I feel like we jumped all over the place, and now we're getting into a really good place, right? Everybody guide me. Okay, Cecilia. Influence gives too much power to the influencer. Beautiful. Ugh, beautiful. Love it. Valerie, Manal, are we all conditioned to want to control? Valerie, life is designed for us to be conditioned that way because we come in with no control. And then, but nobody does, but we have the perception that other people have control over us. And then as we naturally grow and expand, we recognize that their control is an illusion and our lack of control an illusion. And ultimately, nobody has control, but we all have control because we are the curators of our destiny, and we can manifest and create the life that we desire. So although we can't control, we can curate and create. So life's the design it's designed that way, and we move from unaware to aware, and it's just absolutely beautiful. It's beautiful. So did that answer your question, Valerie? So the answer is yes. It's a natural part of the evolution of moving from unaware to aware, and we're going to have so much fun during that process. Andrea, it feels so liberating to let go of control. Beautiful. And Andrea and everybody, I just want us all to realize we never had control. We're letting go of the illusion, because the definition of control was being able, what did you say in there, Valerie? Controlling other people and circumstances and events and outcome. I think the word was outcome. I'm scrolling. It's somewhere. It's outcome. The power to influence or direct people's behavior or the course of events. So to direct. Nobody can direct. We can intend. We can act. We can do. But we can't direct. So it's an illusion. Lionheartists. Control equals the ego's attachment to stop. Beautiful. The ego's attachment style. And Lionheartists, the ego's attachment style is part of conditioning, because the ego is protecting us as we go from this totally unaware baby to this aware adult. And I say baby to adult, and it doesn't have to be from baby to adult. But yeah, the ego's attached. And one of the things the ego attached to is control, because it's not acknowledging the fear. And what's it fearful of? Not being able to control. So if we can't control life, we try to control everything around us, and it just doesn't work. Just doesn't work. Beautiful. Angel. Sorry, no noise anymore. I had to go. Are you back? I don't know if you're back. Erica, just joined now. I miscarried 2 weeks ago. I want to trust that it'll be okay through these waves of grief. Erica, I'm sending you love. Let's just everybody stop for a moment. And Erica's here going through a place that it's so natural to. And Erica and everybody just share the words. I'm going to lead to feel sad, to feel loss, to lose hope, to feel, go ahead, put it in the window. I don't want to keep leading, but Erica, empty, Jen, fantastic, empty. Erica, do you want to share with us how you're feeling? And the answer is absolutely. And what will lead you there is, one, what we were talking about from the very beginning, is allowing the journey of the expressions of your emotions. Your emotional body, yes, feeling empty and lonely and confused and sad, fantastic. And Erica, are you aware of resistance on the resistance? So right now you're feeling empty and lonely and confused and sad. Do you have judgment of you feeling that way? Do you blame yourself? Do you judge yourself? Do you blame others? Do you judge others? Is there other storylines that are going on? So feeling empty is on the egoic level, and lonely is on the egoic level, confused is on the mental level, and sad is on the emotional level. So you're feeling it in all four levels, and the loss of a miscarriage will impact your different loss. But you also have stories of blame and regret and resistance on resistance, is my question. Because what you want to do is go through the journey. Yes, I judge myself for continuing to struggle and cope and function in life. Fantastic. And Erica, when you're judging yourself about continuing to struggle and cope and function in life, Are you judging yourself for judging yourself about that? And everybody chime in that can relate to anything in life that feels like loss and emptiness and loneliness and confusion and sad. There's a lot of life's catalysts that can lead to that. So do you judge yourself when you judge yourself? And I'm just pausing this because I think it's just, this is the essence of today. It's the allowing, yes, I think so. What I want us all to become aware of is the loop. Where we want to get to is honoring and recognizing, Andrea, beautiful, it's not our fault. So recognizing the expression of the four bodies, your egoic body that feels lonely and empty, your mental body that's confused, not able to think clearly, your sadness in your emotional body, and your physical body is probably feeling sad, depleted, tired, lifeless. You said you're not able to function in life. So just look at the four bodies expressing itself. And what you want to do is just honor the expression of the four bodies. And then when you start to judge, which is your mental body resisting what your body is going through, then go to that outer layer of the resistance and say, oh wow, I'm resisting what my body is journeying through. What your body is journeying through. Let me ask everybody a question. Is it expected with any loss? I'm going to ask the question more generally. No, I'm going to do it binary. Is it expected for any loss for somebody to feel sad? This is my question. Is it expected? I want everybody to answer this with hearts or with words. Is it expected with any loss for us as humans to feel sad, to feel suffering, to feel struggle, to feel at loss? Valerie says, yes, I think so. And Valerie, I'm going to ask you to say yes or no. And tell me why. Monica, yes. Monica's yes. Andrea, the 3 hearts are saying yes. I'm seeing the hearts coming through. So that's the first thing I want us all to recognize, is that there's too much time and energy that we spend collectively as judging the way that we feel, intellectualizing it, validating it or invalidating, and spending too much time focusing on whether or not we're even valid to feel a certain way. Jesse, it's our knee-jerk response. Beautiful. Mari, sadness seems to just come on its own. Beautiful. So what I want us to recognize is, let's step 1 in holding the space for grief, which is today's topic. We're going to even make it more broader than holding the space for grief, which is somebody's losing or lost something. Just sort of honoring our space for our emotions. Earlier, Andrea with her wink, wink, nudge, nudge says we try to control our emotions. We do all try to control our emotions. We all do try to control and be happy and be joyful or be victim or be angry or be whatever. We're all conditioned to cope in some ways for our emotions to come out in a certain way. But if we stop coping with our emotions being a certain way and honor the emotional journey, our emotions start to be a guide to guide us towards our greatest desires. Our emotions are very powerful. Our emotions are the guide to help us understand what our greatest desires are. So Valerie talked about, like earlier when we were talking about control, and I said, well, control, we are the curators of our life. We are the manifestors of our life. We can't create the life that we desire, but it's not through control. It's actually through allowing the expressions of our emotions to direct us towards our greatest desires. Did everybody get that? So there's a loss of life, a miscarriage. So Erica, what is your body telling you that your greatest desire is? You lost a life. What is it that you ultimately desire? What is the desire? Jen, sadness, blame, guilt, anger, rage, life is unfair, why God, a range of expressions with the grief experience. Beautiful, Jen. So what is it that we desire? So Erica, do you know what it is that you desire? What is your emotional feedback system telling you that you want? So step 1 is awareness. Step 2 is acknowledgement of your greatest desire. Do you know what it is that you desire, Erica? Pausing a lot today. I don't know if there's lag or if I'm just giving the opportunity. I desire to nurture life and to create and experience joy. Beautiful, beautiful. And can you see how this life and death, I'm putting death in, life and loss experience is helping you, guide you to the light within, to show you what your greatest desires are for connection and for love and for life and for joy, to have relationships that amplify your relationship. Can you see that, Erica? Can you feel that? Can you allow this experience? I don't know where you are in the journey, because ultimately when we hold the space for grief, what we want to do is not hold the space by indulging in the sadness or indulging in the confusion. It's in allowing the expressions of the emotions to guide us to truth and then evolve to live into that truth. Erica, yes, I can see that. My desire and longing has become clear. Fantastic. And Erica, longing has a sense of lack in there. So what we want to do is sort of honor it, because you're in process right now. You're in the process. But see how you could see that there's a lack in that longing, and honor the journey. Like I said, you're still fresh in the journey, but ultimately get to a point of recognizing your desires and trusting that they will unfold. Trusting will unfold. Erica, do you want to, everybody, let's do this, because this is a heavy topic. Erica and everybody, what I'd like you to do, Monica, I had all those good things and they were taken away. Monica, yeah, I had all of it and they were taken away. And Monica, why were they taken away? Monica, why were they taken away? And can you have a beautiful life again? Can you, I don't want to use the recover, but recalibrate to a beauty and a life again? That's for you, Monica, and that's for Erica, and that's for everybody. Lynn wanted to join that too, but stuff got in the way. I need a poor baby today. Lynn, good time. Monica, because my husband died from cancer. Okay, beautiful. Monica, that's the I understand that, but I want you to come with me for a second. Back up from that story. And can your life be full again? Is your life, and this is for everybody, this is for Lynn, who's gone through loss as well, who needs a poor baby, and Monica, I know that's been 3 years and it's been a journey, and Erica with a loss right now, and everybody that's gone through some sort of grief and sadness and loss in your life. And for me, in mine, okay, Monica, I'm trying. Okay, beautiful, and you're so beautiful, and I love you to bits. Okay, I'm gonna get you to pull back again. Pull back, and everybody calibrate back again. Get a wider lens. Lynn says it doesn't feel like it today. It's a big topic. Fantastic. So I want everybody to step back with a wider lens. And the way we're going to get the wider lens is through taking a deep breath in. There's a huge wave of emotion, you guys. We're going to do a big shift right now. This feels incredible. Everybody take a deep breath in. And I want everybody to be aware of how you're feeling this moment. The huge sense of sadness, of loss, of emptiness, of loneliness, of like giving up. Everybody put in the chat what you're feeling right now. There's an intense feeling in this room now. Everybody put it in. Put in what you're feeling. Because what we want right now is to allow the feeling. Alone, Valerie, fantastic. Alone. Monica, sad, beautiful. Feel the aloneness, feel the sad. So alone is on the egoic level. Sadness is the emotional level. Erica, uncertainty, that's in the mental level. So Erica, you have a lot of self-doubt. We're going to work on that so you can have the clarity that you're looking for. You keep giving hints of having lack of clarity and self-doubt, and we're going to discover why together. Lynn, discouraged, alone, and sad. Beautiful. Lynn, you came in at the right time. So discouraged, discouraged, discouraged. Let's anger, beautiful. Fear, I like the emotions. So everybody, let's start. Okay, the emotions. Anger, fear, sadness. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Then let's go to the mind. Unless there's more emotions that want to come out. If you want to put them in, go, fantastic. The mind is feeling doubtful, uncertain, discouraged, discouraged. What does discouraged mean? Everybody help me. What does discouraged mean? Discouraged means no hope. Discouraged means I can't get this right. Hopeless, Valerie, thank you. It means I can't get this right. Discouraged means it's a mental hopeless. It's on the mental side. It's just not being able to have the clarity. What's the opposite of the discouragement? I think it's a clarity. The clarity. Lynn, I thought I could do something, but I'm struggling. Fantastic. So it's the self-doubt. It's the self-doubt. Like, what am I doing here? I thought I had this all, and I don't. And then the egoic body, we talked about the aloneness, the emptiness. And then I'm going to ask everybody, having hope and faith. Beautiful, Andrea. We want to calibrate. So let me ask everybody, can we be whole again? Is there a belief that we can be whole again? Monica, can you be whole again? Erica, can you be whole again? Lynn, can you be whole again? Valerie, can you be whole again? Everybody, can you be whole again? Lynn, I think there's some shame in not managing. Beautiful, Lynn. And that's what we were talking about earlier before you keep coming in, before you kept in. I want us to be aware of the resistance on the resistance. So Lynn has, and all of us have, judgment on us feeling the way that we want to feel. We want to get to a place that we remove all of the resistance on resistance, the resistance, and we can just be with how we feel with our resistance. Andrea, yes, we can calibrate to wholeness. Fantastic. Monica, yes, that's what I'm working towards. Okay, Monica, beautiful. I want to, Monica, remove from you the working, and we're going to calibrate to being, and the trying, the efforting. Monica, we're going to move from you the efforting and allow the aligning and the inspiring nature of it, the intention of it, the vibrational, spiritual, and get out of the physical. So there's a lot of, can you hear me in this one, Monica? In the way that you're communicating, there's a lot of efforting and trying on your physical being. We want to move to the egoic, where you're going to be allowing, flowing, inspiring, and calibrating. Okay, beautiful. So can you look at the resistance that you have in your physical body? That's your physical, that's going to be doing it all. There's a huge sense of sadness that's coming to the surface. So I want everybody, again, to feel into the bodies, feel into the room, feel into this, and if you want to write in the chat what you're feeling again, that's fantastic. Sadness, hopelessness, tired, I'm done. So much effort and struggle and suffer. Needy, fantastic, Erica, needy. I like this. Erica, yes, I believe I can be whole again. Beautiful, beautiful. Valerie, I still don't understand the word whole, to be honest. Valerie, it was actually a trick question because I wanted everybody to say, yes, I can be whole again. And then I wanted us to recognize that we were already whole. So your question is really because aren't we already whole? And what is wholeness? That regardless of what's going external to us, we're worthy, we're love, and we're free. And we've allowed these external events. Okay, I'm going to say it less sloppy. These external happenings, the miscarriage, the death, the cancer, the losses, calibrated within us a feeling of, we said all the feelings, and they ultimately lead to us not feeling whole and not calibrated to truth. And ultimately, these life experiences are teaching us how to live life unconditionally and not to calibrate to the external world, but to calibrate internally. So we are always whole. We are never not whole and then whole again. And Lynn, if you remember, came in one time and said, I feel like there's pixels. And she said, break it down. What are you saying to me, Manal? I said, there is no pixels. You're whole. So we feel a lot of resistance that allows us to experience a feeling of loss and emptiness and hopelessness and self-doubt and confusion and struggle and distortion and sadness and anger and frustration and fatigue and being done. And we have the illusion that we're not whole, but we're still whole. It's these journeys are teaching us how to calibrate internally. Valerie, oh my God, I wanted to say we were already whole, but I didn't understand what that means. Beautiful, Valerie. So do you get it? Does everybody get it? Is that Krisha? Our pain is part of us too, part of the whole. Beautiful. And when we allow it and hold the space for it, it becomes part of the whole. I love that. Love it. Jen, awareness of all our parts is wholeness. When we see ourselves as I am, all parts of the line. Beautiful. Valerie, so is whole acceptance? Yes, whole is acceptance. Cheryl, the sound B. The sound. Cheryl, I don't understand. Jen, removing the distortions of our truth is wholeness. Beautiful, beautiful. So, okay, so everybody, we felt into our bodies. Lynn, I feel like a shell today. Beautiful. The S. The S. Cheryl, I still don't understand. Lynn, we're going to get you whole because you are whole. You're going to feel the truth of your wholeness, okay? So everybody take a deep breath in, connect with your bodies again. And I want you to feel all the resistance again, okay? Feel the physical sadness and see if it's more or less. Okay, everybody put in the window right now. Are you feeling more or less than we did when we did it? Your voice is low. Cheryl, there's something wrong with the room today, and it's not necessarily me. And some participants came out and then came back in, and some opened up different devices, but I don't believe it's from my side. I think it's the InsightTimer application distortion. Lynn says I had to use headphones. Some people had problems and others didn't, and this happened in other people's meditations, and it's happened in mine 2 or 3 times ago. So I think it's the application that's doing distortions. I think, Cheryl. Okay, Erica, I hear you. Okay, fantastic. Yes, so I think, Cheryl, it's not me, but let's come back. Everybody feel into your body again, and let me know when you feel into your body if you feel more or less resistance. So give me hearts, less resistance. Erica, fantastic, less resistance. Jen, it's interesting. Some of our distorted and some of our not life. Yeah, it's so interesting, Jen, too. It's so interesting. So Erica's feeling less resistance, okay? So everybody, I want everybody to tell me if you're feeling more or less. If you're feeling less, put a heart. Put a heart. Lynn is feeling more resistance. Fantastic. Lynn, you came in later, so you're late. You have less prepping yourself up to release. Okay, so Lynn, I want you to feel into your body again. Feel into everything. Okay, I'm getting a lot of hearts for the less. Monica says less. Okay, so everybody, let's do this again and let's help Lynn. So everybody feel into your body. The room feels less. I was going to cry a second ago. You guys saw I was on the verge of crying. Okay, everybody feel into your emotional body. Put into the window what you're feeling emotionally. Lynn, you put into your body what you're feeling. I'm still feeling resistance on the emotional body. There's no label to it. I just feel like this heavy sadness to life feel this resistance to life and like self-judgment of getting it right. Hopeless. Lynn is feeling hopeless. Okay, fantastic, Lynn. Feel into it. And what does that hopeless feel in your emotional body? Because it's hopeless is more of an egoic expression. What's your feeling in your emotional body? Alone. That's egoic. Andrea, I feel like I'm holding my breath. Interesting. Andrea, fantastic. Anger. Okay, Lynn, go with the anger. And Lynn, and everybody that's feeling anger, what are you angry at? Who are you angry at? Andrea, take a deep breath, and I will too. And everybody. Okay. What's everybody angry at? Let's get that out. Andrea, I got me breathing again. What are you angry at, Lynn? Everybody, what are you angry at? When we say anger, who are we angry at? Valerie, I feel a sense of sadness, but I think it's fear. Talking about all this makes me realize I'm afraid of losing loved ones. Fantastic, Valerie. The fear will set you free. The reason we do this is the recognition of it sets you free. We don't do this because we're sadistic. We do this because recognizing it, becoming aware of it, sets you free. It releases it, lets it go. There's so many different reasons that it does, but this is why we're doing it. Like Erica feels less, Monica feels less. Andrea, okay, a bit angry at unfairness. And so who dictates the fairness or the unfairness? Lynn, who are you mad at? Are you mad at Ted? Are you mad at yourself? Are you mad at God? Are you mad at the universe? Or are you mad at Lynn? Take out those gloves and see who are you going to knock out with those gloves. I want everybody to feel the anger that they have at life, or the anger, and see what are they angry at. Everybody put in the window, what are you angry at? Lynn, I'm angry that everything is so hard. I was doing Ted's final tax return today. Some papers were missing and it said I owe 169K. Yeah, that would make most people angry, Lynn. It would make a lot of people angry and feel overwhelmed and feel hopeless. Absolutely, and I got goosebumps on that. And then Lynn, let me ask you something. Okay, and I'm not looking to rationalize. Cheryl, I'm angry at myself. Beautiful. Cheryl, savor that. Okay, savor that. Anger is harder, Valerie, anger is harder for me, but I'm angry with myself and my parents' upbringing. Fantastic, fantastic. Myself and my parents' upbringing, beautiful. Monica, angry at life that I was dealt this hand. Beautiful, angry, 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 beautiful. I want everybody to see that. So, Erica, angry that we have to wait to grow our family and miss out on the joys of having a beautiful. Andrea, governments, living costs, mandates, the control. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So let me ask everybody, are we justified? You guys are having goosebumps all over my arms. This is fantastic. Are we justified in our anger? Lynn, intellectually I know it's wrong, but it triggered so much sadness and fear. Lynn, are you resisting it? Because what you just described would create an intense reaction from me as well. So are you resisting the way that you're feeling, or are you honoring the journey that you're going through? That's my question to you. Andrea said yes. Monica says, I believe I am. Valerie, we're allowed to feel angry. Yes, we're allowed to feel angry. I forget what I asked, but it was a good question. Somebody remind me what I asked, what you're answering, Andrea and Monica. Can you remind me what I asked? Is it justified? Yes. Are we justified? Yes, we are justified. Bring those hearts on. We are justified to feel angry. Yes, we are allowed to feel this way. The fact that we don't, like Lynn, I can feel in Lynn's right up there that intellectually I know it's wrong. No, it's not wrong. We are humans having human experiences, and our emotional expressions are part of the beauty of our human journey. It's the resistance to it being wrong is what's broken. Not indulging in it,
but acknowledging it and recognizing, become aware of it and understanding it and learning and growing from it. Monica, I haven't seen any new comments for a good 45 minutes. Monica, I'll read them out loud. Lynn, no, I mean the tax form is wrong, not being angry about it. Lynn, the tax form is wrong, yes, and it's okay about being angry about it. I want to empower us to allow our emotions. I want to empower you to have a moment now to feel like if Ted was here, this wouldn't be like this. I want us all to have the moment that Erica says, it's okay. Erica, angry that some friends are not reaching out to me. Erica, do you know why friends aren't reaching out to you? Do you know why? Everybody, do you guys know why friends of Erica's aren't reaching out to her? Everybody tell Erica why friends. They don't know what to say. Number one, they do not know what to say. So are they ill-intentioned? Or, excuse this word, it's a bad word, but I'm going to use it. Ignorant. Fearful too. JG, beautiful. They don't know how to react. Beautiful. Beautiful. Busy. Perhaps caught up in their own lives. Unaware. I'm going to be Valerie. Instead of calling that busy, I'm going to call that unaware. Ignorant. Bracket, inexperienced. Beautiful, Erica. Thank you for fixing that word for me. Jesse, it's uncomfortable. They don't know how to respond. Beautiful. They should Google it. They could, Lynn. They could Google how to do it. But even then, Google sometimes comes out with really distorted answers that you don't really want to Google. Right people don't know what to say, and some expect you just to move on. Beautiful. They have their own judgments, and they're human just like us. They're just human like this. So when people are inexperienced or they don't know what to say, what is the feeling that we usually have towards them? Andrea, Google is often not right. Yes. Right now, the AI is so scary. You can get them to write blogs, and it's so scary how dead on and off those blogs are. Just so scary. But I do digress. Jesse, but it hurts. Okay, Jesse, we're gonna come to that. We're going to come to that because it hurts. It hurts when we feel that our friends are alienating us. But when you recognize, beautiful, Erica's agreeing with you. It feels abandoned, betrayal, and abandonment. I understand. I have that same journeys in different storylines, so I get it. We feel rejected, ignored, and not loved. Okay, beautiful. So look how we go from loss of something. Okay, here we talked about miscarriage, loss of life, loss of our baby. And then it projects into feeling empty because the connections that we do have aren't able to connect with us because they don't know how to. They don't know how to. The worst is when you think someone is your friend because they were there for you and then they cut you off at the knees. And when you nail their feet to the floor because they're alienating you, they tell you that you've worn them out. Okay, Monica, totally with you. Okay, everybody, I want us to okay, we're going to do this. There's a lot of energy now. I'm going to cry too about our relationships, of not feeling authentic love, support, connection. That was beyond hurtful for me. Monica, it is beyond hurtful. It is beyond hurtful. So let's put it in the chat, okay? Everybody, the emotions that we're feeling right now by feeling betrayed, abandoned, rejected, ignored. What did Erica say about it? There was another. The pain. Jesse said it hurts, betrayed and abandoned. Everybody, put in the emotions. What does it feel like? So go into our bodies. And now it's not about our loss. It's about the connections that we have that aren't honoring. We don't feel honored, supported, loved, cared for. Erica, alone, isolated, and disconnected. Beautiful. Valerie, I feel anger just hearing about all this. Beautiful. Valerie, I'm glad your anger is coming out. Jesse, in some relationships, people can't deal with someone's deep sadness and grief. Beautiful. So and Jesse, we're really seeing that some of us can't even deal with our own right now. So I always find that how we see others is a reflection of what we're dealing with inside. And Erica, you're alone, isolated, and disconnected is a very similar expression of that you felt from your miscarriage. So there's a feeling and vibration within you that's guiding you towards this alone and isolation, disconnection, and we can remove it by the awareness that we're talking about today. What we're doing today of tasting it and smelling it and seeing it and feeling it is what allows it to go. So the reason that, again, we keep playing with it and tasting it is the awareness is the key to freedom. So, so Jesse, we're going to come back to this. Some people can't deal. And we can't deal. We can't deal. Valerie, it's unfair. So when we say unfair, I want everybody to help me. Who's it unfair to? Like, who's the fair? Who's holding the fair? So, mom and dad are in the fair. Is it God? Is it universe? Where is the unfair coming from? Andrea, it feels like we don't matter. Sunshine, depressed, which is an egoic belief. And it's a sadness, a deep sadness. So we're coming back to the sadness. Jen, we feel that we feel what we feel about ourselves. Beautiful. Lynn, I think this whole discussion about how others react to our grief is one of the toughest things to deal with. I'm not judging because you cannot know until you are there. Yes, it is one of the toughest things is the projection of how we feel from others in our journey, because when we are, I'm going to put this word in quotes, when we're whole, we don't feel like others make us more unwhole. Andrea, I still love you, but now thank you. I said unfair. Beautiful. Cool. I want to know where's unfair. Who's unfair? Life is unfair? Okay, Cheryl, although I'm angry with myself, I have to be the conclusion that everything comes back to me. I must love myself and I must love myself and not beat up on myself. Cheryl, yes, but what we want to do is become aware of the judgments that you hold on yourself. So instead of intellectually let go, when you realize, I'm holding this judgment on myself, I can let it go in this certain way. So the awareness is what frees us, not the intellectualizing that I need to free myself and not beat myself up. And so that's why we keep going between the different bodies and building up the stories. Okay? Lynn, we can feel so unseen. Yes. Now I'm going to ask this question again. Okay? I'm going to ask this question again. When we feel whole, I'm putting in quotes, when we feel whole, do we feel like we need validation by the external world, like when we feel unwhole? No, Erica says. Monica says no. Andrea, I guess it's learning not to take things personal. Beautiful. Valerie, Andrea, you're always going to the conclusion. Valerie, no, we feel secure with ourselves. Cheryl says no. Jen says no. Andrea says no. The hearts are going no. So let me ask you then that. When we feel whole, we don't depend on others to make us feel whole. So when we feel unwhole, is it us that feels unwhole or the others that are making us feel unwhole? Or are we blaming them for not filling us up? Jesse, one can never judge someone else's grieving. It's all one's personal journey. Yes, 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 yes. And what I'm trying to get for is the ownership that when we feel unwhole, it's us as well. Because when we feel whole, it's us, not them. So when we feel unwhole, it's us, not them. And that empowers me. It's us making us feel unwhole. Fantastic. So Samantha says the same thing. It's up to us. Fantastic. So goosebump moment. Can we recognize now that we're blaming external factors, aka our friends, our family, the ignorant folk that Manal used that word, or the unexperienced? Erica was nicer with the language than I was. Folk that we blame external, but internally, actually, it's our internal calibration. It's us. It's us. So, question comes back to ourselves. It does. And I'm going to ask this question again. Every time we say unfair in this grief, can I feel less than whole? Lynn, what we need to honor is that when we are in grief, we are still whole. Everybody get me on this one. In our grief, we are still whole. And when we recognize we're still whole in our anger, in our grief, in our self-doubt, in whatever it might be, then we don't have that second resistance or third resistance or fourth resistance of not feeling whole. And then you just start to allow and honor. We are always whole, but we get sidetracked. Yes, Andrea. And we want to get rid of this aspect of sidetrack. Erica, this is a new idea to me. Fantastic, Erica. That's what we do every time. Every time. Every time. And Samantha says, I understand this. Fantastic. Sunshine, my ex-best friend of 20 years, we were like sisters. She wanted to end our friendship through email after I had an accident with a brain injury. And she said it wasn't that we had nothing in common. Such craziness. It was around 25 years ago. Sunshine, how did you feel, and how do you feel about that now? Monica, that's a lot of steps. Yeah, there's a lot of steps until there's not many. Is that okay, Monica? Lynn, why am I feeling so fragmented then? Lynn, first of all, you're human. Second of all, there's so many things that you desire, but you're holding it off because you and Monica and many of us who've gone through life's experiences that feel like we can't achieve the same level of wholeness because we lost and we can't get back what we had. There's milestones in our lives that are keeping us from feeling that we can thrive, not survive, but thrive and live whole again. I'm going to ask you and Monica and everybody and Erica and everybody that's been sharing today, can you live as whole as you have ever been? Can your life be as whole and full? My question. Lynn, Samantha says, I am now. Lynn, yeah, that's why. Does that why mean yes? Sunshine, I feel like you can never really count on people because you never know. Sunshine, Sunshine, it's all about coming back to calibrating internally and recognizing that other humans are in the human journey and it's not clear why and what. We're all here to help each other learn and to honor where they are and honor where you are and to allow your emotional and your vibrational story to happen in their vibrational story. And there's no judgment on them, on their impact on you, or no judgment on you, on their impact to them. And it's all the greater faith in the human journey. Did you get that, Sunshine? Oh, Monica, I pray to God it will be yes. And Monica, when we know we calibrated, your answer is going to be yes. Yes. That there will be experiences in your life that will, and you are whole. And that life is going to taste not the same because you had a beautiful marriage and a beautiful man and a beautiful life. And he will never be back. And Ted will never be back. But there'll be a beauty in life that you'll see and that you'll feel and that you'll live. And that wholeness and that feeling of not being whole will be something that you laugh about. And you recognize that period in life where you allowed yourself to calibrate and build more and higher desires for yourself. And that you recognize that you had such a beautiful life and that period, although it may have felt difficult at times, that you understand now what it was meant to be and why it was meant to be. Monica, as sad as this is going to sound, my husband is the only one who loved me unconditionally. Monica, you have me speechless because I want to tell you that I love you unconditionally. And it's beautiful that you had a relationship that allowed you to feel so whole. But that wholeness and that unconditional love, although you felt it was from him, it was what you held towards yourself and him. What was his name? I don't like keep talking about him in the third person. Monica, Terry, okay, Monica, that was your unconditional love for yourself. And he was the mirror that allowed you to feel it, but it was your love for yourself and for him. Can you feel the truth in that? As you break me down? Can you feel the truth in that, Monica? That it wasn't Terry that loved you unconditionally. That Terry was the catalyst that allowed you to love yourself unconditionally. Well, I never really looked at it that way before. That's the truth, Monica. That is the truth. So now I'm going to ask you is, can you allow conditions that will allow yourself to love yourself unconditionally again? I see the hearts going. There's so much love for you right now. But can you allow the conditions to allow yourself to love yourself unconditionally again? That's the question. And that's for everybody, not just Monica. It's for everybody. Lynn says grow. What are you saying, Lynn? Samantha, Monica, I'm sending you love, beautiful. I can do it. I have a lot of work to do, it seems like. Monica, no. No, we did too much today. Andrea, you got me crying too. Group hug, everyone. That's good. I got it now. Monica, we did too much work today for you to say it's going to do a lot of work. No. I want you to can you see, feel, and know the truth in that? Everybody's seeing the truth. The hearts are going crazy. Can you feel, see, taste, hear, and feel the truth that that unconditional love was yours? Monica said yes. Okay, beautiful. Everybody feel the yes. And I want everybody to feel that when they had unconditional love in their life, it was their own self-love. Okay, everybody feel that. Monica, you're going to bust us out. Oh, we're all crying. Oh my goodness, you're dry. Monica. Okay, so everybody, can you feel that unconditional love? We blame it on others. The unconditional or conditional love, we blame it on others, but it's our own love. I am now logging onto my fourth device so I can see other comments besides my own. Monica, everybody's sending you love. JG says love, Monica, and Samantha's sending yes with hearts, and Andrea yeses and love. There's all this love towards you, Monica. Lynn, I love your group. I have to leave. I'm not feeling good. Lynn, that's the reason to stay, sweetie. It's not the reason to live. It's just a mirror. It's just a mirror. JG, it's exactly. We're just a mirror to each other. We are a mirror to each other. We are a mirror. We are a mirror. We are a mirror. It's a mirror. We are a mirror. So other people are a mirror to what we're feeling. We've got it. Lynn, are you still here or have you left? Because Lynn, what we said to Monica is for you and Ted too. It's for you and Ted too. And I want you and Monica and everybody. And Eric, I know we're talking about the miscarriage, but with a miscarriage, I don't like that I said but in that sentence. I was a mirror to my husband, Clifford. Beautiful, Cheryl. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There's different I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't even want to compare. Every loss teaches us how to go in. Every relationship teaches us how to go in. Every betrayal teaches us how to go in. Every abandonment teaches us how to go in. And when we go in, sometimes we see really ugly things for a while. And then we can start to see beautiful things after we honor and allow those ugly things to be exposed and to be experienced. Cheryl said I was a mirror to my husband, Clifford, which is beautiful, 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 beautiful. Did Lynn leave or is she still here? How is everybody feeling? How is everybody feeling? Thanks everyone for all the love. Beautiful. So how is everybody feeling? Did we get it? Did we allow ourselves to release? Was that the big release we were looking for? Comforted. Erica, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Erica, what you're looking for, this is for everybody, but Erica, you had a beautiful story that we could all relate to and understand and have compassion to and have less judgment on. Have less judgment on. Other stories, it's easier for us to judge or have judgment on. It's some stories it's easier for us not. But unfortunately, you're still a whisper on this device too. But every experience is an opportunity for us to go in. Every experience is an opportunity for us to understand and calibrate to truth. Every experience allows us to see and set ourselves free. So we can either allow it to suppress us and compress us and go back into this life of pain, or we can allow us to see it, allow it, and hold the space for grief, for anger, for sadness, for aloneness, for emptiness, for whatever it might be. And when we hold it, we allow it, and then we calibrate back to wholeness. We don't even calibrate because we were never out of wholeness. Because when we honor it and hold the space for it, we're still whole. Sunshine, I wish the ugly things take an extended vacation. Sunshine, do you want to know how? Do you want to know how it can take an extended vacation? A permanent vacation? Who wants to know how the ugly things can take a permanent vacation? Who wants to know? Who wants to know? Samantha says, I do. Who wants to know? Who wants to know? Okay. Andrea says me. Fantastic. Fantastic. Sunshine says yes. Okay, wonderful. 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 Is that a cat? Yes. Yes, Mariette. It's a cat and the door is closed and he can't come in and she's mad. Cheryl says yes and Erica says yes and Monica says me. They are not ugly things. Oh, he wants to come in. My dog hears your cat. Oh, they're not ugly things. Stop classifying them as ugly things. It's life. It's life's unfolding. It's life's teaching. It's life experiences. Andrea, I thought there was a cat next to my window. No, it was Bean. I could tell it's Bean. Bean's like, let me in. You should be there without me. Oh my goodness. I went into a new studio without the windows and my neighbors are doing, and I was trying to get a better ambiance and now I've got my cat. You said they were ugly. I'm confused. Sunshine, if we don't label life's experiences ugly and we label them as the unfolding, then they don't have to take an extended vacation. We just allow life to unfold and we say, how am I meant to grow? How am I meant to learn? How am I meant to expand? How can I honor this human experience? How can I recognize I'm human and that I don't need to resist or resent or regret life unfolding? That losses aren't losses. That it's the human experience. Ted and Terry, we celebrate what Lynn had and what Monica had. It's hard with all of them, but with a miscarriage, we say, what was that baby, that vibrational baby here to teach me, and how do I learn and grow? And I know I'll have so many babies, and I have an angel. I already have an angel. I have an angel. As somebody I was coaching, he has many children, and one died at a very young age, and he was worried about all the older ones. And I said, well, you already have one angel. And it brought him to tears. And I said, but you already have an angel. There's an angel there. And he talked about having a dream where his mom, who had passed, was carrying his baby, and he knew that they were both okay. So there's ways, again, we talked about it. There's an element of life that we will not understand. And the word, it's the F word. No, it's not the bad F word. It's the good F word. It's faith. The faith in what we don't understand. Faith that there's a reason for life or death. There's a reason for miscarriage. There's a reason that goes beyond. And these things that we call ugly or struggle or suffering isn't. It's life. that's here to help us grow and expand. Point blank, period. And together as humans, we recognize, ooh, this is how it feels. Honor, allow, hold the space for. This is how it feels to lose somebody. Ooh, I want to support you. I want to love you. I want to bring you things. I want to take care of you. Ooh, I know how it feels to be alone. I don't want you to feel alone. I want to support you. Ooh, I remember how it felt to struggle this time. I want to support you through that. I want to love you. I want to amplify. But first, I have to amplify me. I have to feel good. I have to love myself unconditionally. And not through Terry, but recognizing that Terry was a conduit, a catalyst for my own self-love. Not to negate the beautiful relationship, Monica, that you had with Terry. I want to be with you and Terry. I want to be in a room with you and Terry, and the love and the laughter and the appreciation, the care and the dedication and the life that you had, and have that as a mirror for relationships for all of us. Feeling that unconditional love. Yeah, yes. Andrea says no lawnmowers. Yes, I moved here. I knew Angel was going to come. And like I said, the roofers, but then now we have Bean. Samantha, you're amazing. I'll see you next time. Fantastic. Samantha, I'm glad you're here. I hope you're going to follow. And yes, some experiences are just so painful. I'll holiday for a bit. Yes, Andrea, yes. And again, and that holiday might be called nesting during some of my rough times. It's called self-care. It's called taking care of yourself. It's called going to the spa. It's called getting manis and pedis. It's called nurturing yourself. It's called hanging out with loved ones. It's called staying in bed. It's called Netflix binging. It's called reading a good book. It's called having a cup of tea. It's called good chocolate. It's called going for a bike ride, walking in nature, loving with your dog or your pet. Erica, my baby's name is Clover. Thank you for honoring my grief. Fantastic, Erica, are you feeling better? That's my question. Are you feeling better? Are you feeling empowered? I hang out with Manal. Fantastic. I hang out with you, Andrea. Love. A tribal connection with the Mattain group. It's loving and honoring life, celebrating grief, celebrating life and love and death. Erica, yes, much better. I feel all the love. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Cheryl said this is so good. Fantastic. Monica, Erica sending you all my love. Wonderful. Okay, so I think we calibrated to better. And I think even though we didn't keep talking at the topic in specifically, we kept going around it, that the essence of today is very clear. Holding the space for others' grief is holding the space for allowing all of your human expressions. Recognizing the resistance on resistance on the resistance on resistance, and letting go all of the resistance until you get to allowing the emotional and mental and egoic and physical expressions of your truth. And that truth is the path to freedom and self-worth and self-love and to beauty and celebration of the human journey. Yes, 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 and yes. Good. Is everybody feeling better? I know that Lynn left, but I'm sure Lynn will be back, and all of you will be back. And I don't have any lives scheduled, although I was intending to do it before I got I don't know what I did with my morning, but I got carried away with my morning. But I will be scheduling for Tuesdays. I think Tuesdays, maybe some Wednesdays, we'll see, for May. It's all about body image, self-image, eating, and exercise. So a lot of really interesting topics we're going to talk about. Erica, thank you so much for your donation. Andrea, my first child, I had a miscarriage. A month later, I got pregnant with my eldest girl. 10 weeks later, pregnant again, 3 girls and a boy. Beautiful, Andrea, beautiful. Erica, you've got your whole life. Just grow from this vibrational experience and see how it can help you calibrate to the internal truths of life, not the external. Life experiences happen to drive us inside. And the more we go inside, the more beautiful life becomes. So look at this and look at Clover as a gift for you to come inside and to understand yourself and to see yourself and to love yourself. Clover was your gift and is your gift. Monica, thank you, Manal, and thanks to all for your love and support. Monica, beautiful. You're brilliant. And I'm so happy. I'm sorry about the mic issues, but hopefully Insight Timer, I'm going to actually send something to them and see what's going on. Erica, thank you for sharing. Andrea, Sunshine, thank you, Manal, and everyone, every person here, beautiful. All these hearts, pink hearts and purple hearts and red hearts and hearts on the side. I just love the hearts. Andrea, Monica, Terry is still laughing with you. Yes, he is. Erica, thank you, Manal. Will you share on grief again soon? Erica, there's different things on my YouTube channel on grief. We do grief and death and aloneness all the time, and it comes into all the topics. So we at the end of the day, every topic, even though it focuses on one particular aspect of life, it comes back to the same essence, which is celebrating the human journey and honoring all of our full expressions of the human journey. So every time we have a unique discussion, but the essence of the message comes back to the same thing, which is it's all about our internal calibration. And we're all internally calibrating to our self-worth and our freedom and our happiness. And we talk about life. So even though we talked about grief today, when we talk about body image, it will be all the same elements. And so any subject can be easily transposed into any other subject, right? Everybody, is this true what I just said? Could you validate that for me? That every topic is unique, but it comes back and you can extrapolate any topic to any other topic that you're talking about because it's all the same sort of thesis. The root is the same. Beautiful. Jessie, thank you, Manal. You're such a beautiful soul, changing this planet with your love. Jessie, thank you. I feel the same way, and I always love your wisdom, your insight that you bring to the table in our discussions. Andrea, Erica, so many amazing sessions with Manal when you join in here. Great workshops. Oh, Andrea, thank you. Valerie says yes, 100%. Monica, yes, this is true. Samantha says yes, true. Valerie and I agree. Yes. Love all together. Okay, we love each other. We have an amazing tribe. Join, attain your authentic life. We've been quiet lately, but it's okay. When we need each other, we are there. Join the group. Like I said, I usually say, hey, we're going on a live here. We'll talk, we'll whatever, but there hasn't been a lot of discussion, but it's fine. When we need each other, we're all here. Monica, thank you for your donation. Love it. Cheryl, Cheryl, is it your keyboard is pressing enter before you're ready to send it? Tell me, Cheryl, what you're saying. Came I. Anybody take a guess at what Cheryl's saying? I came in late. Was I supposed to project came I as I came in late? Cheryl, come back. We keep talking about the same thing. It's the beauty, the amazingness of our human nature journey. We are so lucky to be here. And once we learn to honor fully our expressions, the flavor and the sensations of life just become better and better and better and better. So you didn't come in late, you came in right amount of time for you to get what you needed to hear today, and you'll start to come and get ingrained into this beautiful community of ours. Erica, once I donated, I can't see new comments either. I'm so glad I say the comments out loud. Okay, thank you. It's so, okay. My donation button doesn't seem to work. Says Andrea. Erica, this is my first time here. What a divine experience that I hopped on and received exactly what I needed. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's keep growing and expanding together. It's an amazing, just like Andrea said, welcome to this amazing group. We keep growing. And you know what the best thing is? The more you come, isn't this true? The more we grow and expand. It's like the more we realize that everything is from within and everything is internally calibrated, the more that everything is said is taken away that allows us to grow and expand. Yes, everybody said yes. It's like you sort of think like, okay, now I get it. It's like, no. You really don't get it till you get it and you get it and you get it and you get it. And we start to muscle together. It's a lot of fun. And then isn't it fun also knowing everybody's personalities? And also it's really fun to see how everybody is growing. Andrea, I've grown so much and it's helped me with all the curveballs life shows me. Fantastic. Jen, definitely, it's been life-changing for me. I so appreciate this space in this group. Yes, yes, yes. And it's fun to see everybody grow. Like you start in the beginning, some people would like be, sorry if this is a bad word, but obsessed, which isn't the right word, but it's the word that's coming to me. But focus is a better word. Focused on a particular, and then you start to see it like grows out of that and becomes something else, and then it evolves into something else. And the evolution is less external and more internal. And it's so fascinating to watch this expansion. It's almost like we're watching each other move from crawling to walking to jogging to jumping to hurdling to hustling, right? And it's so fascinating to watch us all grow in our own ways because we're so all uniquely different in the expressions. It's yes. Valerie, very encouraging and loving and supportive. Yes, yes, yes. It's so great. I love it here. Fantastic. Sunshine. I hope next week my PT, it's after class. Me too. I will do it at this time as well. It has strengthened my soul. Fantastic. You have all strengthened my soul and you're all brilliant and I love you so much. And we will see you everywhere. Follow and grow and talk and expand and support and calibrate. Let's face it, Manal is our bestie. Yes, you're all my besties too. Janet, seeing the process unfold, the energy changes, we all grow together. Yes, the energy. And what also fascinates me is how we can all feel the energy in the room as it starts to get more and more and more and more like dynamic's not the right word, charged, and then whoosh, the big release, like Monica intense, yes, Monica intense, much love, essentially, yes, and then the release, Monica today, you were our conduit for the big release, and the big release allows us all to see truth. Erica too, you and Erica, we had the parallel stories. Sometimes when they're so parallel, they get me like, ooh, what did I say? What did we say? But yes, palatable, it becomes palatable. So we all like, the room gets staticky and more energetic and intense and you can feel the charge and we're all still like feeling our human. And then we have the climax and with the climax, we're all like, and the truth becomes clear. It's like, oh, I am the love that I feel. I am the truth. It's about allowing and trusting and it just, and we all calibrate to that truth. It's just amazing. Andrea, we can all be real with each other. Yes, 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 yes. Amazing, amazing. Like shaking up the snow globe. Yes, every day. Okay, what's the topic of the day? And then we will, Monica, I wish we could all meet in person. We will. I visualize these live. I do see them live and I see that we're gonna go and then we'll have like different ways of doing it and like groups and people coming like I can see it. Monica, we will be live and we've said it a million times. One of them will be in New Zealand. We'll be all over the world, but we'll have them. Jesse, next time, let's not exclude your neglected cat. I know this studio is supposed to keep the cats out too because of the noise, but I'll let the cats in. Fantastic. Andrea, I so pray one day I can give you a big hug. Yes, me too. I want to hug you all and love you all. Samantha, can't wait for next time. Fantastic. Yay, New Zealand. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, you're all so brilliant. You all give me so much love and fuel and amplify my human journey. Today was so personal for me, so personal in so many different ways, and you've all allowed me to calibrate to truth and to recognize that truth is within me and to bring to the surface of resistance that was within me. Monica, thank you, Manal. Thank you, Monica. I love you all. My love, always. Now that was amazing. How electric. I invite you, come to my website, www.Attain.me. Be part of the community. Sign up for my newsletters. Sign up for the free mini course, Letting Go of Anxiety. Become part of our growing community to calibrate to the truth of the beauty of who you are. www.Mattain.me/anxiety. My love, always.